Hey everyone, it's Benjamin here again, and today we're going to be talking about the first update to iOS 14, and that's going to be 14.0.1. So you can probably tell by that software release number there that this is a pretty minor update. Now this basically addresses a few bug fixes and issues that have come up that users have been reporting. So let's go ahead and talk about what has been fixed here, and then we'll discuss what is new as well in iPadOS 14.0.1. Okay, so first off, there's obviously a new default browser and default mail client option that you can enable. So for example, if you didn't want Safari to be your default browser, you could change it to something like Google Chrome. Well, there was apparently an issue where you would restart your iPhone and it would actually reset your settings. So if you did change your default browser, for example, and your phone rebooted for some reason, it would actually erase your settings and you would be back to Safari. So that's kind of interesting, but that issue will no longer happen. Now the next thing here is specific to iPhone and iOS 14, and this is where there was an issue with iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus. So basically what was happening is, for some reason, camera previews would be prevented if you had an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 7 Plus. So that issue has now been resolved. It's also interesting that that would just be on that particular model of phone. The next thing here is some devices were being prevented to connect to Wi-Fi networks. So that has also been resolved. There was also another issue where certain mail providers, you could not send email through them. And then finally here there was an issue with the news widget where some pictures were not appearing properly. So those are some interesting bugs that have already been discovered, and I'm sure there's going to be many more to come in the future here. But I think it's interesting that, just the nature of them, like Wi-Fi networks, you can't even connect to those, some mail providers. I think those are pretty interesting. Now fortunately I have not experienced any of those bugs, but I definitely feel the people that do, because those would be pretty annoying. Now real quickly here, I guess we can talk about iPadOS as well. So with iPadOS, it's literally all of those same issues that I just mentioned, but of course you do not have that iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus issue. So if you're kind of on the fence about, well, should I install this update or should I not install this update, whether you're on iOS or iPadOS, I think you should definitely install it, because those are some very interesting and pretty significant bugs that need to be resolved. So if you're kind of on the fence, go ahead and install it. I haven't seen or had any of those issues like I said, but if you've experienced any of those, definitely go ahead and get this thing installed right away. Now there's also a macOS Catalina update with some bug fixes, and tvOS and even watchOS 7. I'm probably going to make a video on the macOS, but none of those other ones. And I know that it seems like there's a lot of software related videos on the channel lately, and that's because because that's just this time of the year. I promise though that next week I'm going to try to get some different content for you all, because I know it's probably annoying seeing all these iOS updates, iPadOS updates, and all that good stuff. But anyways, just want to make this quick video, iOS 14.0.1. Be sure to install that. I also got some more videos coming on iOS 14 talking about how to customize your home screen and all that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching as always. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. I'll catch you all in the next one.